welcome back. So it's Wednesday and this is going to be my last Halloween project, at least for this year anyway. So ages ago, don't ask me where I've got them from because it has been ages since I purchased them. I got these tarot card moulds. There's quite a lot of them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing all them all today, but I thought I would do some today. Some of them anyway. I don't have a big enough desk to do them all, if I'm honest, so I think I'm just going to be doing, that's upside down, a few of them. So I'm just going to look through which ones I want to do. I've always been into tarot cards. I have quite a stash up in the loft that I collected over the years and I'm really fascinated with them. And I did try to use them occasionally, but, well, I've not used them for a while now. I'm not an expert, I'm beyond an expert. Not even classed as a beginner with these things. You know, I've only used them once or twice, but, you know, they're very pretty and I wanted to do these ones. I'm going to actually change these into key rings when I'm done with them. So I do think I'm going to do these today because we've got a skull for death. There's the moon one here, the devil, and there's even an angel in here which I think is called Tempest, I think. Wait a minute, I'm reading this backwards, so Temperance, I think that says. So yeah, I just thought maybe these would be good. So yeah, let me get some resin mixed up. I'm gonna use, I was thinking of using fast cure, but I'm not quite sure how much fast cure I've got left, but we'll see. I might end up using Apex all-purpose instead, but we will see. So my plan is, and it's a technique that I've not used in a while. I'm going to get some alcohol inks and just drip them in and make patterns with them because I think that would look really cool in these. They'd make them look all magical. So yeah, just let me go and mix my resin up. There's hairs everywhere from the cats, sorry. Let me get my resin mixed up and I'll be right back. Before I start, I just want to say a big thank you to some people who have sent me happy mail recently. I got a Temu order that I didn't order myself. I'm not sure who sent that, but whoever you are, thank you for thinking of me. It was very thoughtful and I really am grateful. The other happy mail bag I got, I'm really grateful for that as well. It was from Janet, it's from Janet and Chris, who are what's their channel called again? Honestly guys, my brain is all over the place today. I can't even remember what the channel's called now. I'll put it up on the top of the screen anyway. But yeah, thank you Janet and Chris for sending me those. It did cheer me up. I've been going through a bit of a tough time lately with mental health and stuff, and it's just been a bit hard for me. So I just want to thank you for cheering me up with those gifts that you gave me. It really did cheer me up. So right, I'll get on with this then. I'll be right back. So all I really did was mix up around about 400 millilitres of all-purpose Apex resin. I love their resin. It is one of my favourite resins to use and it does a really good job. Now, I did do a small mistake on this make, and that is I didn't put any alcohol in the mould before putting the resin in, and that was a really big mistake because I had a load of little bubbles all over the place because these moulds are really intricate. So after I put the resin in, what did I do? Oh, I got a load of alcohol inks, loads of different colours, and I just dropped them in and mixed, well, kind of did a swirling motion with them. Once I did that swirling motion, I just topped up with a bit more resin, and I just left them. I didn't leave them 24 hours, but I did leave them a little while, and I did put my heat mat on just so that they cured just a bit faster, because I had 3 videos, well, I have 3 videos coming out this week, and I've been just really busy, and I was really worried that I wouldn't get this video out on time, and I really wanted to, because it is my last Halloween make and I didn't want to miss it. So I did put my heat mat on. When I demolded them, they weren't entirely cured, they were still a bit bendy, but I could work with them. They were fine to work with. So here I am, I'm just starting to put all those inks in now. Now, I could have put more ink in, to be fair. I thought I put quite a lot in, and I didn't want to put too much in, because if you put too much ink in resin, it doesn't cure properly, so I didn't want to put too much in. But it turns out I didn't put enough in, so I ended up with edges that were just clear resin. However, they did do really nice patterns. There's just one of them that I wasn't quite happy with. I can't remember which one it is now. I don't think it's that one. I think it's it's a yellow and bronze coloured one, I think. And I think it's the one on the bottom right. Yeah, bottom right, I think, was the one that I wasn't quite happy with. But all the rest came out not perfect, but it came out a lot better. And the patterns on them are just stunning. I love this technique. I love alcohol inks. You know, they do all sorts of neat things when you just drop them in. And I just love them. I really do. Oh, I do apologise. It isn't the bottom right, it's the bottom left that went wrong a little bit. I put way too much bronze in that one. Way too much bronze. And it didn't take over on the front, but it was bendier than the rest of them, let's put it that way. I don't know whether I put too much ink in it or whether I just didn't put enough resin in there. But either way, it was the bendiest one out of the lot. And the ink didn't move very much because of how much bronze there was in there. So yeah, next time I'm going to put less metallics in, because yeah, that one really took over. But yeah, I just swirled them around, and then I just let them, well, I topped them up with resin first, and then I just let them do the thing. So I'll let you watch the rest of the process, and I will see you for demold. Hi everyone! So these have all cured up enough for me to demould them now. I did demould 2 of them just to test them out and make sure that they demoulded alright. They've come out quite pretty, but it needs a bit of work doing to it because you can't see the detail work, so, and they are still a bit bendy as well. So I'm going to put these on the heat mat again, but we will do some detail work on them as well. So those are 2 of them. Excuse me. This is another one. That's quite pretty. That's the devil one. Now, I did do a mistake on these, a big one. I forgot to put isopropyl alcohol down. So it's got quite a few bubbles in it, unfortunately. But I'm hoping, once I've done all the detail work, if I put a top coat on it or something, possibly, I can make it look a bit better. But saying that, it looks okay. It's not too bad. The bubbles aren't entirely noticeable. Let's try this one. See what this one looks like. Again, riddled with bubbles, but I love the colours turned out really nice. Some of them are thinner. Yeah, you see my table's not level. That one's got a thin bit at the bottom. But again, very nice. I like it. I like the colours. That glitter just gives it a lovely shine. I love that Marabu ink. It's beautiful. I love it. This is the moon. I'm having to put them behind me because otherwise I can't demould the others. But I'll put them back on the table in a minute. That's the sun. Again, gorgeous colours. I wish I'd put a bit more colour in because I knew it was going to suck up into the middle, but I didn't realise all the colour was just going to go whoosh into the middle. So I think next time I'm just going to put a bit more colour in, and that way we might get a bit more colour out of them. There's another one. This one's called the Hanged Man. Because I didn't know, I can read backwards, but I couldn't quite make out what that said. But I still love the colours. This is the one that's called Death. Again, I love the colours. There's a bit more colour in that one. It actually went to the sides and kept to the sides in that one. And last, but certainly not least, we have Temperance. And it's got a little angel on it with a, it looks like a pot or something. I can't really make out what that is, but yeah, it's got an angel on it. I love those colours as well. And again, I put a lot more colour in this. Look, you see how it's gone to the edges? So yeah, I wish I'd done that to all the rest of them. I really do. There's a few scratches on it. I wonder if that's on the mould. Yeah, there's a few scratches on the mould as well. That's okay. Like I said, I might top coat these anyway, so, well, top and bottom coat, because I didn't fill it up to the top, so hopefully it'll deal with those scratches. Not sure why those scratches came about, but because they've been stuck in a bag, so it must have been when they were made, but that's okay. So that's all them demoulded. I'll put them all back on the table for you so you can see. So we have Death, Temperance. Sorry, this is my dyslexia coming out here. Hanged Man, the Sun. We also have the Moon. I hope all of these are going to fit on here. We've got Judgment. I love that one. That one's gorgeous. The World. Again, another gorgeous one. The Devil. The last 2 we have the Star. And we also have the Tower. I'm just going to make some room. There we go. So they are all the ones that I did yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline all these outlines so I can see all the detail better. There's a bubble there as well. Hey, mistakes are made sometimes, guys, when you're crafting. I will probably make these again actually at some point and make sure there's no bubbles in them. But these are all right. They'll be fine. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outlines and I might even put some rhinestones on them. I'm not sure yet. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've just had my tea. So, yeah, if you just give me a minute, I'm just going to decide what colours I want to do. I was considering just doing plain white, but I might do some golds and silvers with these ones. Maybe not that one can be a white one. But some of the other ones, maybe this blue and grey one. perhaps. I'll be doing them different colours, I think. This one I think will be good in gold, just to go with that yellow. There's a bit of bronze in there as well, but I think the yellow kind of took over. So yeah, I'll do a bit of gold on that one, or a bit of rose gold, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'll be doing the outlines. I'll probably be doing a few other bits as well, and I'll do a top coat on them. I'm not sure if I'll do a top coat with UV resin yet or fast cure. I haven't decided, but these have come out really pretty. I love that one. That's one of my favourites, I think. This one as well. This one's one of my favourites too. They're all very pretty, I've got to admit, but I've got to say that one disappointed me a little bit. I think I put way too much yellow in. I didn't put enough. I think I could have put another colour in there actually, not just the bronze but something else. But that's the only one I'm not happy with. The other ones I am absolutely over the moon with. I just wish that one's okay. I think it's just the ones at the end that were at the end that are a bit thin on one side and thick on the other. But yeah, unfortunately my table is not very, yeah, that one's one of them. It's thick on one end and thin on the other. Unfortunately my table's not level. Yeah, that one's done it as well. But that's okay. Like I said, I've never used these molds before, so this was kind of a test for me just to see what they looked like. And I'm not too unhappy with them. Other than the thinning at one end and the thickening of the other, and the fact that this one didn't really do much, I'm actually quite happy with these. So without further ado, I'm sorry for rambling so much, but I'll go and get my colours mixed up. Well, I'll say mixed up. I'll get my colours chosen and we'll start doing the outlines on these. And like I said, I might even put some rhinestones on a few of them, but we'll see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I make my keychains, because I've not done a video for a while on how to make keychains and that, so I think I will make these into keychains. They are quite big for keychains. I mean, they are huge. They're about the size of my hand, but you know, some people like big keychains, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I think. And they're quite light as well, they're not too heavy. Anyway, enough rambling. I'll get my colours chosen and I'll be right back with you guys. 1 minute. So, I did start with using my pens, but eventually I just stayed with the white acrylic paint, just because I used so much. And I had to use it because this was the only thing getting that pen off, the excess pen that is acetone. And I used so much of it to get that pen off that it actually filled my craft room up with a load of fumes. And it did make me, well, not just wappy, but it made me a bit poorly as well. So I had to actually leave my craft room for a bit while all those fumes left the building, well, because I opened my windows just to let those fumes out. So if you are doing things like metallics, I would highly recommend you either use a slimmer pen. I didn't have one at the time, so this was all I had. But yeah, I would highly recommend just using either a thinner pen to do those details, or get some metallic acrylic paint, because this honestly is not a good idea. Honestly, it really is not a good idea. But I did a few of them in this in this way, and they do look nice, they do, but yeah, I would not recommend doing it this particular way, because it honestly will make you poorly if you're not wearing a mask or anything like that. So yeah, please use acrylic paint or a smaller or a thinner pen, please, because I don't want anybody else getting ill like I did. I had headaches, I felt sick. You know, it's just not a good thing to be having too much of those fumes in your room. So anyway, enough about that. So yeah, I started with the one that I didn't like because I just wanted to see if this sort of thing would work, and it did work. It really did, but after a while, like I said, I had to leave the room because of the fumes. But if you use acrylic paint like Claire does off of Claire's Crafty Corner, then the wipes will remove it no problem, and you will not have to really work at it to get it off, because these pens are very powerful, you know. These were the Resiners pens. I had a bit of gold left, and eventually my gold ran out. So I then went on to the Let's Resin pens that I have. But yeah, they're really powerful, these pens. And if you don't have a thinner pen to go through those details, it's really, really hard to get off. So yeah, I did a couple of them in the pen, but most of them I did with a white acrylic paint, and I did Claire's Crafty Corners technique, where you just rub the acrylic paint on all over your piece, and yeah, it comes off so much better. And then after that, I only did a few of these on camera because I had a premiere to get to, and you know, I had to get this pretty much finished before the video went out. So I just showed you a few, and it all just explains itself for the rest of them. So I'm just going to let you watch the process. I will be showing you how I transform them into keychains as well towards the end, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you for the pictures, guys. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed watching. Again, I certainly enjoy making my makes, and I hope to see you Saturday as well, because we do have a video coming out on Saturday. Subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed yet, then maybe you can consider doing so. It is only a click away and it does not cost you a thing. Keep crafting and stay positive, guys. See you later.